Good morning, everybody. We're gonna just get you going. 2, 3. Welcome to the temple. Welcome to the sanctuary. You don't have to worry, just come on in. Welcome to the presence. Welcome to the family. You don't have to hesitate. Come on in. Come on in and sit down. I saw you peeking beneath the window. I bet you're wondering just what's going on. So quit your sneaking around. This is where you belong. And open up the doors now. Welcome to the temple. Welcome to the sanctuary. You don't have to worry, just come on in. Welcome to the presence. Welcome to the family. You don't have to hesitate. Just come on in. Come on in and sit down.
Now did you notice all the love around you? And did you hear all the voices raised in song? I hope you catch yourself dancing and singing along. So let your body move now.
Welcome to the temple. Welcome to the sanctuary. You don't have to worry, just come on in. Welcome to the presence. Welcome to the family. You don't have to hesitate. Just come on in. Come on in and sit down. To the beat now. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. Come on in.
Welcome,
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 welcome.
come on in.
Come on in.
Welcome,
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 welcome.
come on in.
Come on in.
Welcome,
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 welcome.
come on in.
Welcome to the
Welcome,
temple.
welcome,
Oh, yeah.
come on in.
Yeah.
Welcome
to the
welcome, come on in. Welcome
to the
welcome,
temple. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the temple. Yeah, yeah. Come on in and sit down. Sit yourself down. Woo! All right, everybody say hi to Ray. Ray just jumped in and is totally playing the drums for us today. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm going to go to the other song. Here we go. When the world gets you down and you're feeling lonely, when you can't find your truth or find your center, there are many here who gather together. Oh, unconditionally, we love each other, and the scars that we see just make us stronger. We breathe it in together. We'll hold you up with grace. You know that love lives here in you and me. Love lives here. My soul breaks free. I'm so excited to be united with you. Where love
lives here.
Where love
Love lives here.
When life gets you down, you can see the future. When it all seems too much for you to handle, there are many here who gather together. Oh, unconditionally, we love each other. And the hurt that you feel will be set free. We'll breathe it in together. Hold you up with grace. You know that love lives here in you and me.
Love lives here.
My soul breaks free. I'm so excited to be united with you. Where love lives. Where love lives. Oh, love lives. Where love lives here.
Yeah, give it up for Ray joining
That's
us
so
there
exciting.
too. Fabulous. All right. So, Miyahwe, Neto, Reverend Jeffrey Ryan, we here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral lands of the Cahuilla, the Gabrielino Tongva, the Kizh, and Luiseño peoples. We commit to live in right relations, to love our neighbors, to seek justice and loving kindness, and to walk humbly upon this land. We recognize our oneness so that we may decolonize our minds and set each other free from the pain of racism and violence, to live better as God intended, in harmony with nature and with one another. So good morning, beloveds. I am Reverend Jeffrey Ryan. It is my honor to serve this beloved community, Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, where love lives here. Absolutely. So it is great to have all of you joining us here in the sanctuary this morning and all of our beloveds online. Good morning, Patty Clark. Patty was the first one to sign in this morning. So good morning, Patty. Yay. Followed by a close second by Mom, who's actually here today. So there you are. So Patty beat Mom today. Yay. Okay. Good morning, Reverend Victoria. Good morning to John and Lupe Marie. And good morning to Laura Lopez. It's great to have all of you joining us this morning online and here in our sanctuary. So yesterday was the International Transgender Day of Remembrance. And this year, 47 beloveds, 47 brothers, sisters, and siblings have lost their lives here in the United States due to violence and transphobia, hatred toward our brothers and sisters and siblings. And so this morning, I want to just take a brief moment to remember them, to honor them, and that we recognize here and now that there just is one life, one perfect expression of life, that all genders are whole and holy, that each life is valuable, that each life is sacred, because each life is an individualized expression of the one life. And so we remember our brothers and sisters and siblings this day. We honor them for the individualized lights and life that each one is, for the glorious expression of who they are as God showing up as the God presence. And we recognize that their lives on this plane of existence, in this time and space, have been shortened. And we remember how they have touched each one of us, whether we know them personally or not. The fact that they lived authentically, fully who they are, is a reminder to all of us to do the same. And so we give thanks for their life, we give thanks for their light, we give thanks for their love, and we lift them here and now in remembrance. And so it is. So, my beloveds, are you ready to move some energy? Ready to dance a little bit? Ready to sing about being the one big family that we just talked about? All right, well, there's something new in the back of your seat back pocket in front of you. I used to be a flight attendant, so in the seat back pocket in front of you, you will find an instruction card that tells you how to get out of this place. You'll find a lyric sheet that has all the lyrics to the congregational songs, as well as on side B, the B side, it has our focus statement and ways of contributing, as well as our affirmation, our counting or contribution blessing. So that's all on your sheet of paper here that you'll find in your seat back pocket. All right. So I invite you to stand. Let's dance. Let's move. Let's shift some energy up in here. Here we go.
Everybody, get up on your feet. meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do it again. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us beat our holy drum. We are there on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. We are here on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do it again. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's try that again. Good morning. I am Dinah Williams, one of your licensed spiritual practitioners here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome to our wrong side. I'm all that, and practitioner Jeannie Kataoka and I will be available after service for a brief moment of prayer in the prayer room, located in the lobby. Kind of trying to bring it down a little bit, people. Please don't leave here this morning with anything on your heart. We would love to pray with you and absolutely know that prayer works. Now, please allow this music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning's invocation.
Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. There's nowhere I'd rather go. There's nowhere I have to be. There's nothing I have to do but gently breathe. 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 Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. There's nothing I need to hold on to, nothing I need to give to you, nothing I need to do but gently breathe. Breathe. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love. Deeper and deeper I surrender. Deeper and deeper I surrender to this love.
And I surrender. I surrender to this one source of beauty. And it's not just the source of beauty, it is beauty. It is wisdom. It is love. It is peace. It is all that there is, all that there ever was, and all that there ever will be. It is the creator of all. From its own self, from the beginning of time to the end of time, from its own self, it creates everything. And because I know that it creates everything, I know that it is the one and only source of all. I know that I am created from this. All that it is lives and moves and has its being in me. And I am so grateful to know that this is the truth. And it is not just the truth for me, it is the truth for every single iota of everything, everyone, everywhere. It lives and moves and has its being in all of us. And I know with great gratitude that today, in this moment, in this service, in this time, I know that the music and the words and the energy and the love and the wisdom and peace, joy that is shared today supports each and every one of us on our journey, on our beautiful, beautiful journey through this thing called life. And I am grateful, so very grateful. And I just let this be so. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends,
Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Vicki and Marty. It's great to have you joining us this morning online as well. Wonderful to see you. And look, we've multiplied as we've been singing. This is great in here too. Loving the changing light coming through the window is what Vicki says. Yes, it's really pretty, especially with the way the wind is blowing. I was noticing it online. It was kind of blurry and just kind of like moving back and forth. And it's like, ooh, kind of looked like waterfalls, at least online it did. And am I just noticing that I'm frozen, or am I frozen? All of a sudden it's like, ooh. So, okay, it must just be me then. There's no surprise. Okay, so good morning. So let's say our focus statement this morning, shall we? It's there on your little pamphlet there, on side B at the bottom. So what letter are we saying with today? What's that? G, gusto. All right. Gusto, glory, grace, gratitude, gumption. Ooh, gumption. Goodness, greatness. All right, so here we go. Let's say our focus statement together. You ready? We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Yes, very good. Thank you. Feels good. So here at Centers for Spiritual Living Worldwide, we have been working with the theme this year of timeless wisdom, evolutionary vision. And the monthly theme is breathe in the view. And so what we've been talking about this month is really having that higher perspective, having that seeing life, seeing things from a much higher perspective, a much elevated perspective, because this whole year of evolutionary or timeless wisdom, evolutionary vision has been an upward spiral journey. It's been an upward spiral journey in consciousness, which is what life is anyway, right? It's just that we've been actually focusing a little bit on the actual journey itself of this upward spiraling motion. And so we've reached this point in the year where we are talking about kind of reflecting on the year, seeing what has transpired in the year, see where we started individually, where we may have started collectively as a group of people who gather here at Centers for Spiritual Living, and where we may have started as a nation this year, and where we are currently, and where we've moved over the course of the year, and where we've started perhaps as a global community, and where we stand at this point in time. And so that is what we are looking at here, right? And we have been focusing on this higher ideas, this higher consciousness, and seeing things from a higher perspective of lifting our eyes, if you will, to see beyond or above the realm of effect, above the realm of form, above the realm of appearances, and to see rightly, to see the way Spirit sees, to see the oneness, the wholeness, the unity, the perfection that is life. That is where we've been focused, yes? And last week we talked about seeing the beauty in things, seeing the beauty in life itself, and experiencing that beauty and feeling the grace when we are fully present with ourselves, when we are fully present to what is, when we are present to the isness, that is the allness, that is, simply is, always ising, right? When we are present to that, then we experience this sense of alignment, we experience this sense of bliss, we experience this sense of grace, yeah? And then this week, we were supposed to be talking about celebrating the triumphant journey. And we will, and we are. But also this week, we had the opportunity, you see, Our faith, our philosophy, our tradition, our New Thought movement calls us, each of us, not just people who are licensed to be, but each of us to be a practitioner. Calls us to practice, calls us to bring these principles and apply them in our daily lives and practice them in the real world, yes? That we can't just come and sit, well, I guess we could, but ideally, we're not supposed to just come and sit on a Sunday and look about how cute I am and what I'm wearing and how great the music is, right? And then we go away and we, go have lunch somewhere and then go about our day, right? I mean, we could do that. But really what we are called, because this faith, this philosophy challenges us to think. It challenges us to challenge our beliefs. It challenges us to actually practice what it is that we affirm to be the truth. Yeah? And so each one here, gathered here in the sanctuary or gathered there online, has made a commitment of some sort to be present here. Because if you just wanted me to tell you what to think, you could go to any other place of worship on Sunday morning, right? What we talk about here is we talk about emboldening people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. The only way we can embolden people to live their highest potential is if we are willing to embolden ourselves, roll up our sleeves, and get to work, and to do it ourselves. Because this is a science, right? It's a science, it's a faith, it's a philosophy. It is a way of looking at things logically and doing the practical application. And so without that application piece, there's not much to go on. It all just seems like a great theory without application. So if you're sitting in a science lab and you're like, oh, I think that this does this, okay. But if you don't actually experiment with it and play with it, you'll never know for sure whether this does this. You just have a theory that you haven't tested out. And so we have the opportunity to practice that. Practice what it is that we affirm. Practice what it is. Practice our principles. So on Friday, Kyle Rittenhouse was acquitted of killing 2 men and injuring a third in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The events happened on August 25th, shortly after there was an uprising in Kenosha protesting the police shooting of an unarmed black man 7 times in the back, claiming that he was resisting arrest. Yet when we see the video, that's not what was happening. And so there was an uprising. And rightfully so. So Kyle Rittenhouse decided on the 25th that he would go down into the area where people were protesting, armed with something similar to an AR-15, in a style of perhaps saying that he was there to protect property. He ended up killing 2 men and injuring a third. All on video. There are so many things here to unpack. So many layers, so many nuances to unpack. And what I would like to call us to today is I would like for us to remember where we are in the cycle of this year with trying to see things from a higher perspective. Are you with me with that? Okay. So what we go back to when something like this occurs, both the original incident and now the acquittal, what I go back to, what I like to go to and remind myself of are two things: our declaration of principles and our global vision. Because this declaration of principles, as set out by Ernest Holmes, really provides a guidepost or a guideway. It provides a map, or it provides a path about which to look at things, to see things. As does our global vision, because what is it? It's rooted in timeless wisdom, but it's an evolutionary vision. It's that vision that is calling us forward, individually and collectively. So just a couple things here from the Declaration of Principles. We believe in the individualization of the Spirit in us, and that all people are individualizations of the one Spirit. All people. We believe that heaven is within us and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. We believe that the ultimate goal of life to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. We believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God, and we believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence. So let's pause there for a moment. We believe in the individualization of spirit, and that all people are individualized expressions, or all individualizations of the one Spirit. Is that true? So even people we don't agree with, are they individualized expressions of spirit? Yes. Even people who don't look like us, are they individualized expressions of spirit? Even people who we see doing harm in the world, are they individualized expressions of spirit? Yes. It's not always an easy one, is it? But if it's true, if God is all there is, and the individualization of spirit is in us, and it's in me, it's in you, then it has to be in all of life, all of creation, and every single person, even those people whom I don't agree with. Even those people. Even those people. Those people. Makes it sound like separation. And it's not. There's only the one. We believe that heaven is within us, and we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. So when we those people, when we otherize, what we're really doing is we're really saying that somebody is separate from us somehow. That we are, and when we see acts, and we label acts, or we label people as good or bad, or good or evil, what have we done? We've created a duality. We've created a separation. And what is this separation doing? What is this duality doing? What is this belief in good and evil doing? It is clinging to the very thing, the very obstacle that prevents us from experiencing heaven. And what is that thing that helps us, or what is that thing that allows us to experience heaven? Our understanding and our experience of the oneness and that we become conscious of it, that we experience it. The ultimate goal of life is to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that all are sure, or that this goal is sure to be attained by all of us. But there is this personal responsibility and this collective consciousness, this social conscience that has to work hand in hand. We believe that the ultimate goal is a complete emancipation from all discord. Well, where do we begin our work? We begin our work where it is most difficult. We begin our work right within to free ourselves, as we talk about at the beginning, to free ourselves and each other from the pain of violence and racism. We do this, we make that declaration every Sunday morning, declaring that we are here to decolonize our minds, to set each other free, to set ourselves and each other free, a complete emancipation from all discord, and complete emancipation from all violence and racism. To set each other free, to set ourselves free. And it's sure to be attained by all as we each step forward. We believe in the unity of all life, that the highest most God and the innermost God is one God. We believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence. And what happens when we witness these senseless acts of violence? How do they come to be? They come to be out of fear. Fear of the other, fear of separation, fear that somebody is going to take something from me, fear that somebody is going to do something to me. It comes from this reification, it comes from this deification of the individualized self, of the individual ego, of our stuff, of our belongings. And it wants us to fear, it wants us to look and be scared of each other. It wants us to feel like we need to protect, that we need to gather, that we need to guard against something. But my beloveds, there is only one power in the universe. There is only one power, one presence, one power. And it is the belief in two powers. It is the belief in good and evil, it is belief in other that prevents us from experiencing the oneness, the wholeness, from experiencing the heaven within. It is that belief in separation. And beloveds, we have a lot of work to do there. Collectively, individually, there is a lot of work that we can do together when we come together and we shift our perspective, we shift our consciousness. And what we are already aware of here is we're already aware of the truth. We're aware of the truth that there is only one. But we can't just remind ourselves of it when there's an incident like Friday. It's like, oh yeah, right. I need to go back to oneness. And then the rest of the week, or the rest of the month, the rest of the year, we just happily, merrily along, right? It's not like taking an aspirin when you have a headache, or ibuprofen, or Tylenol, whatever your preferred, NSAID pain reliever is, right? It's not like taking an aspirin. It's something that we get to work with. It's something that we get to work on. It is something that we get to practice on a daily basis. Practice communing with the presence. Practice being in the oneness, abiding in the truth. Abiding means that we do it all the time. You don't just live your life this hour only, right? You don't just dwell in your house for 1 hour and that's it. Living is an ongoing practice. Dwelling is an ongoing practice. So if we are living in the truth, if we are abiding in the truth, and we are allowing the truth to abide in us, it means it's a 24-hour job. It means that we practice consistently. We practice daily. We come back to it day after day, time after time, minute after minute, breath after breath. And to be one, to be present in that wholeness. And when we are centered and anchored and grounded and present with the oneness, with the wholeness, then the way we look at things, the way we see life, we are seeing it now from a higher perspective. We are seeing life as it is, rather than as we are. We're seeing the truth for the truth. We're seeing the higher. We're seeing the greater. And as we do this individually, what happens around us, with those around us? We become a point of light. We become a point of love. We become a point of truth. So just think about it right now, the 40 people gathered here and the people gathered online. Each a point of consciousness, each a point of light, each a point of truth. Knowing and affirming and claiming and experiencing oneness with the divine. Knowing and claiming and experiencing and moving freedom forward, moving love forward in a greater way. And so our global vision, as you know, we envision a world that works for all. It's right there on the center banner there. We envision a world that works for all of life, all of creation. That's the overall, overarching vision. And there's a little bit more detail in the longer vision that we have here at Center for Spiritual Living, and I'll share parts of this with you as well. We envision all people, all beings, and all life as expressions of God, just as I was saying a moment ago. We see a world in which each and every person lives in alignment with their highest spiritual principle, emphasizing unity with God and connection with one another. Unity with God. Holy communion, holy conscious union, and with one another, connection with one another, our brothers, our sisters, our siblings. A world in which individually and collectively we are called to a higher state of consciousness and action. Meaning that it's not enough just to have a higher state of consciousness. Not enough just to pray. It also involves action. We have to treat and move our feet. We envision humanity awakening to its spiritual magnificence and discovering the creative power of thought, a world where each and every person discovers their own personal power and their own ability to create an individual life that works within a world that works for all. So it's not to say that we can't have our goodies. It's not to say that we can't have our life. It's not to say that we can't have all the best and wonderful things of our own life. And we can, and it also has to fit in with the highest, best, most collective good of a world that works for all. If I'm doing something that denies you your life, that denies you your freedoms, if I'm doing something there, then it is at an expense, it is at a cost, and it is not a world that works for all. We envision a world in which we live and grow as one global family, just as we sang about at the top of the time together. One global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of life. A world where this kinship with all life prospers and connects through the guidance of spiritual wisdom and experience. We envision a world where personal responsibility joins with social conscience in every area. In every area of the political, corporate, academic, and social sectors. providing sustainable structures to further the emerging global consciousness. So, beloveds, when we look at this week, and we look at the events on Friday, we envision a world where personal responsibility and social conscience joins with social conscience in every area. So we have the opportunity to think about what is ours to do. What is ours to do? What is our personal responsibility? What is ours? What action is mine to take? Yes, pray. Yes, know the truth. But then what action do I take? And perhaps because we don't live in Wisconsin, it might be harder to change the laws in Wisconsin that allow for, and that allow for the justice system to work the way that it was designed in Wisconsin. It might be difficult to do that there. But it's not difficult to do that here. It's not difficult to step forward here, to participate here in the political, corporate, academic, and social sectors of Riverside, or of Riverside County, or San Bernardino County, whichever county you live in, Orange County, right? And so when we were talking earlier or last month and asking like, who participates in the larger community, and every hand went up, right? You are a beacon of light. You are that power and that presence in the world, in your daily life, in your sphere of influence. So you have the opportunity to bring that consciousness of love, bring that consciousness of oneness right there in your classroom, at City Hall, with foster youth, with your patients, with your clients, with your students, with your RV group. Right there. We get to show up. We get to express. We get to be the power, the presence, the oneness. We get to be that place of truth, of knowing that there is only one. And we envision a worldwide culture in which forgiveness, whether for errors, injustices, or debts, is the norm. And perhaps this is the most challenging of all, where we really have to practice. Forgiveness isn't about saying, I absolve you of wrongdoing. Forgiveness is about freeing ourselves from the weight, the pain that we ourselves may be carrying. It is releasing that. Forgiveness looks like making a difference. Forgiveness looks like perhaps recognizing a wrong and making it right. Forgiveness looks like taking action. Forgiveness looks like refusing to condemn, criticize, or judge. Because as we know with the law, that which we place into the law returns to us multiplied. So how are we using the law? How are we using that thought process? Are we using that thought process to condemn, to criticize, to judge? In which case, what are we really attracting to ourselves when we are using that idea, when we are planting that seed, planting that belief into law? What are we returning? What are we reaping? And so ours is the opportunity to see past the good, to see past what we call evil and what we call good, to see past the condemnation, the criticism, the judgment, and to see the isness. I'm not going to lie, it's not easy. This message is just as much for me as it is for everybody listening to me today. It's a reminder of who we are called to be, how we are called to show up. If we are to free ourselves from discord of every nature, then we also have to free ourselves of judgment, condemnation. We have to trust and know and return to the realization of oneness, of isness. And in so doing, the realm of effect, the realm of appearances shifts, changes, moves, rises. Because we cannot solve a problem at the same level of consciousness that created it. So we are called to go upstairs, in consciousness. And when we can, remember who we are. And so it is. And so I invite our practitioners to please stand and surround the sanctuary. As we come together in consciousness. So let's go upstairs, as Dr. Homer Johnson says. Let's just go upstairs. Let's take it upstairs. Here we go. So I recognize that there is just one power. The only power that is, just this one power. Call it the universe, call it God, call it the divine, call it spirit, whatever you want to call it, it simply is the one. There is no other opposed to the one. There simply is the one. It is love, it is peace, it is harmony, it is joy, it is wisdom. It is truth with a capital T. There simply is the one. There could never be anything other than the one, for there was only the one in the beginning. The one created all of life, all of creation from within itself as itself. So there could never ever be a power opposed to the one. There is no God that stands opposed to evil. There is no spirit that stands opposed to Satan, because Satan, evil in and of themselves, cannot exist, because there is only the one life. And so I recognize here and now that this one life lives, moves, breathes, and has its being in through it as me, in through it as all of creation. All of life is one with this one. Each is an individualized expression of the one life. Each is an individualized emanation, impartation of the one life that is. It simply is all that there is. And so I speak my word here and now for this beloved community. I see that this beloved community sees from a higher perspective, sees from with a deeper understanding, with a deeper knowledge, with a deeper awareness of our spiritual magnificence. And it is this spiritual magnificence that is forever revealing itself through us, as us, out into the larger community, out into the world. It is this spiritual magnificence, this divinity, this holy calling upon our individualized lives to go forth from this place, to ever be the presence and the power of love expressing itself wholly, fully, and completely. in our daily lives, in our daily activities. It is this truth that keeps calling us back, that keeps reminding us to come back to it. There is only one. There is only one. I am. I am. I am. I am. And because I am, there is no other. And so I affirm here and now that we anchor into the I am that simply is. We bring ourselves into conscious union with it here and now. And we see rightly, we see justly. We see. And then we have eyes. We have eyes because we see truly. We have ears because we hear truly. We have hearts because we love truly. Our eyes, our ears, our hearts, our bodies are simply manifestations of the perfection and the wholeness of the one life. And so they are the vessels, the vehicles through which we observe and experience life itself, love itself. And so today is a day of celebration. Today is a day of thanksgiving, a celebration of life itself, a celebration of love itself, a celebration of our individualized expressions, a celebration of our awakening, a celebration of our wholeness, of our unity, of our oneness, a celebration of living heaven here and now. And so, yes, today is a day of celebration, of honoring, of loving, of joyfully expressing spirit, life, love. And I give thanks. I give thanks for all of it. For all of life, in all of its infinitude of expressions. And I simply release this word into the law, knowing that it is so, that it is truth, making itself known, expressing always. And so I gratefully and joyously abide in it. And we let it be. And so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me. Gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I am so so grateful. Gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful.
So, Buddha said, when you move your focus from competition to contribution, life becomes a celebration. Woo! Right? And so I would invite our beloveds to come forward this morning, carrying the baskets this morning. And as they are coming forward, I would like for you to prepare that which you are choosing to contribute this morning. An easy way to contribute to Riverside Center for Spiritual Living and to the work and the mission that we have here and the work that we do in the world. An easy way to do that, of course, is via text to give. Simply text 951-419-5858. Type in the amount you are choosing to contribute and then hit send. It's just like texting a friend because it is texting a friend, isn't it? You're texting all these people. Look around you. That's who you're texting. You're saying, hey, I love you, when you contribute via text to give. Another way of easy contribution is going to our website. So that's on the back of the page there too, riversidecsl.org. The text to give number is on side B of the page there too. You can go to riversidecsl.org, and in the upper right-hand corner, you can just simply hit contribute and contribute that way as well. So, for those of you that do choose to contribute electronically, there is in your seat back pocket, you'll see a dollar bill or a $15,000 bill looking thing. Yeah, woo, show me the money, right? Make it rain up in here. Okay. That's in your seat back pocket, so you can use that for this time if you'd like. So I invite you to take that which you're choosing to contribute, whether it is in an envelope or check or however you're choosing to contribute, and hold it over your heart space. And you might want to hold your cell phone over your heart space or the $15,000 over your heart space, whatever it is. Hold it over your heart space. Give it a silent blessing. And let's say this affirmation together. I give and I receive freely and generously with an open heart and an open mind. The universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is. Let the baskets flow as we sing Grateful by Aaron McGowan.
Well, I'm grateful for the love that you rain down on me. I'm grateful for the love, Oh, I'm grateful for the love that you rain down on me. I'm grateful for the love, And I'm grateful for the bounty that you rain down on me. Oh, I'm grateful for the bounty. Oh, yeah. And I'm grateful for the bounty that you rain down on me. Oh, I'm grateful for the bounty, Oh, I'm grateful for the blessings that you rain down on me. Oh, I'm grateful for the blessings. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm grateful for the blessings that you rain love. And I'm grateful for the love that you rain down on me. I'm grateful for the love, for the love.
Thank you. And receiving your contributions this morning on behalf of the congregation and on behalf of the community was Jeannie Kataoka, and Jeannie also blessed the bounty as well. So, thank you. Thank you, Jeannie. All right, so just a few things to share with you before we head out into the foyer and out onto the patio. First things first, stop by the prayer room and get prayer, yes? All right, stop by there and get prayer. And then go join everybody out on the patio. Today, oh, no, not yet. Not go join everybody out on the patio. Because right after you go get prayer, then join Trisha. Hi, Trisha. Join Trisha in the kitchen. Today is the day of the Mana Project giveaway, not giveaway, but the Mana Project sharing our bounty with those families that we have prepared baskets for Thanksgiving. So you will want to go straight to the kitchen, and she will walk you through the assembly line so that we can assemble all of the baskets for these wonderful families who will be picking up their bounty today. Or that we'll be delivering it to, depending on their family situation. So first is prayer, then Mana Project baskets, yes? What an awesome thing to do, right? And then go out and get some coffee, okay? All right, so that's the way that's gonna work. Also, a reminder that all of the Christmas gifts, all of the gifts for our foster youth are due next week, Sunday. We already see some of them underneath the tree out in the living room, out in the lobby. It begins with an L. So we already see some of them out underneath the tree in the lobby. So make sure that you bring all of those gifts, because then we will be delivering them to Olive Crest that first week in December. So we need everything by next week Sunday. So make sure you bring that in by next week Sunday. Jabel, how many trees do you have left that you need to do?
12 more trees.
12 more trees. Okay. So last night, I don't know if any of you, I know I was here at 4:30 and a few others, yay, came at the 7 o'clock, and Ray. And so my family and I were here at the 4:30. Jabel and Jeff and their wonderful students did a beautiful production, beautiful concert. The soundtrack of your life, Christmas, a Christmas concert fundraiser thing.
Movie music.
Music, yes. And so it was a lot of fun. And I have to say, it was really great energy to have that group and the kids, back in the sanctuary and singing and everything. It was really beautiful. So very exciting. So thank you for that. And so we initially said we were raising money for 20 trees for 20 families, and that list turned into 65 families that are in need of trees this year. And so with the donations prior to and the event last night, we only have 12 more trees of the 65, okay? So that's very exciting. And so what you have an opportunity to do is you can either, hand Jabel and Jeff some money if you want to do it that way. The other way you can do it is via text to give. Simply type in the amount and followed by the word Christmas. And all of the money that you do by typing in the amount and then Christmas, all of that money will then be used to purchase the remaining 12 trees and ornaments and everything for that. So when do you want to decorate those?
We're doing it next week and the following week.
Okay, so we're doing it for the next 2 weeks?
Delivering on the 12th.
Delivering on the 12th. All right, so you have time, and Jabel will share with us next week when you can come and help decorate and all that kind of fun stuff too. And we'll be decorating
Can I just
downstairs.
say really quickly, Ray and Ray, the two,
Ray,
the
back here
double
behind
Ray,
you.
Ray, sorry, and also sorry, it's his husband.
And Greg.
We answered both things.
Sorry. All three of them came to my aid this week, and Ray especially came and was just here. He didn't know he was coming to help me, but he came and helped me. And then they decorated a tree, and we raffled it off and made $180. And $180 buys 4 more trees. So thank you so much, you guys.
So that's something to celebrate, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And this week is Thanksgiving. So I hope that you will have an opportunity to gather with your families and celebrate in whatever way is most appropriate for you. But I'll just say it this way, we all have something to be grateful for. We all have something to be thankful for. The fact that we're sitting here this day and that we're breathing is something to be grateful for. The fact that we are in a community that loves us, that supports us, that loves one another is something to be grateful for. So we are abundantly blessed. So, are we ready? Let's stand and let's say it together. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I share it and I receive it. I am it. Forgot that one. I am it. Let's try it again. I am it. I share it and I receive it. And I move love forward. Because love lives here. It's on your sheet there, so let's sing it.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it, I share it, receive it, and I move it forward because love lives here. Love lives here.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it, I share it, receive it, and I move it forward because love lives here. Oh, yeah. Love lives here. Yeah. Love lives here. All right, we're going to do something funky to get you guys out of here. 1, 2, 3. God in me meets the God in you. That's unity. That's unity. The God in me meets the God in you. That's unity. That's unity. Infinite diversity, living here in harmony. That's unity. That's unity. Infinite diversity, living here in harmony. That's unity. That's unity. God in me meets the God in you. That's unity. That's unity. The God in me meets the God in you. That's unity. That's unity. Infinite diversity, living here in harmony. That's unity. That's unity. Infinite diversity, living here in harmony. That's unity. That's unity. God in me meets the God in you. That's unity. That's unity. The God in me meets the God in you. That's unity. That's unity. Infinite diversity, living here in harmony. That's unity. That's unity. Infinite diversity, living here in harmony. That's unity. That's unity. That's unity. Yay! Have a great Sunday, everybody.
So one more thing I forgot to tell you. Next week, Sunday, yeah, I know the voice from the back, right? So next week, Sunday, right after service, we are going to finish decorating the sanctuary and decorating the lobby. So for the holidays, as you can see, we've already got some stuff up. So join us next week, Sunday, right after service to help us finish decorating. All right, let's sing it out.
Love